You are on YouTube too. Yes, sir. Like and share, everybody. So here's the deal. If you're just getting in, Lily Support, thank you for joining in. If you're just getting in here, I have a special going on. This is for the last 10 days of Ramadan, guys. And that special is, first of all, oops, check me out. Go to extravagantfragrances.com. Go to that website, extravagantfragrances.com. Go there. Check out my master list. Go to the master list. We carry all like over 200 different fragrances. What I'm promoting here today is actually the imports because I'm just really big on the imports. But we have over 200 fragrances, and we have a special going on. Ren's Gold, thanks for joining in. We got a special going on, 10% site-wide. 10% site-wide. YouTube, check me out. 10%. If you're viewing this special is going on until Monday, which I think is the last day of Ramadan. Next Monday, I'm sorry. That'll be next Monday. 10% off. Coupon code, 10% off. For the last 10 days of Ramadan. 10% off. Minimum order is $20. How you doing? Let's check the comments here. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Christy, thanks for joining in. Kettley, thanks for joining in. We got a special going on. Last 10 days of Ramadan, guys. ExtravagantFragrances.com. We got 10% off site-wide. That's everything. Everything site-wide is 10% off. That also includes wholesale. Christy Smoke, thank you for joining. We got 10% off, okay? These are the import bottles right here, as you can see. Oops, I keep dropping stuff. What is wrong with me here? Yeah. This is one of my fragrances, right? One of my favorite fragrances right here. This is the Musk KL. It's a very musky fragrance. A little bit goes a long way. These will come. This fragrance is poured into this right here, as you can see. Neens, thank you for joining in. Charisse, registered nurse, thanks for joining in. Let me set up my other tripod here. We got to do better here. Thanks for joining in. Let me know where you're viewing in from. Like, subscribe, share, like, and follow. Thank you for joining in. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Thanks for joining in. Like and share, everybody. What's going on, YouTube? Wait for some more people to come in here. Natasha, thank you for joining. We got a special going on today. That is 10% off site-wide. Site-wide, guys. ExtravagantFragrances.com. Everything site-wide is 10% off until next Monday. This is the last 10 days of Ramadan. We got a special going on. That's 10% off. Coupon code 10% off. ExtravagantFragrances.com, guys. ExtravagantFragrances.com. But I'll tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to try a different platform here, actually. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm about to get up off of this TikTok because it's kind of dead. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll hang out for a little bit. I'll be patient. What's going on, YouTube? Extravagant Fragrances here. We got 10% off site-wide. 10% off, guys. The entire site. Everything is 10% off. This is the last 10 days of Ramadan. And we are running a special. And that's 10% off everything. We got, as you can see here, we got the imports. We got some domestics here. Okay. And everything is 10% off. Everything is 10% off, guys. Karina, thank you for joining in. Chosen by Grace, thanks for joining in. Like and share. Thanks for joining in. 10% off the entire website, guys. Like and share this video. Or this live stream. We have a special going on. It's 10% off. ExtravagantFragrances.com. Check out my master list, guys. I'm gonna highlight that master list again. Give me 1 second, everybody. So you can see some of the master list there. I don't know why. It is like that, but here, let's try another one. These are some of the fragrances here. If you go to the master list section of the website, ExtravagantFragrances.com, you will see those fragrances. Out of 200 different fragrances. These are just a little quick screenshot that I took. But you could check them out on the website, guys. Oh, what do you know? Doesn't look like my fragrances are in the clouds anymore. What's going on, everybody? I think everybody's just chilling today. YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining in. What are you guys doing today? We are still in Ramadan, guys. These are the last, I think this is the second of the last 10 days. Second day of the last 10 days. And we're here. We're running this special, guys. LC McCargo, thanks for joining in. We've got over 200 fragrances. We ship nationwide. We also do wholesale. For those of you looking to get into a business who are looking to make extra money, check out my wholesale section. We've got kits under $300. These bottles you can get for as little as $1.74 if you are getting wholesale. Okay? $1.74. These on the website I retail for $8.99. Okay, these are the little roll-ons, those little oils they call them, right? These right here are a game changer. Listen, if you guys are looking to make extra money, they say the average American does not have more than $500 for an extreme emergency. Okay? And so this is, you got to level up. You really got to level up. And this is one way you can do it. Right here with these little roll-ons. If you're in a busy area, if you're in a high foot traffic area, Malik ibn Dinar, assalamu alaikum, brother. Last 10 days of Ramadan. If you're in a high foot traffic area, if you know a lot of people, I have vendors, they know a lot of people, they do very well with these, right? So you do the math. You figure what? You're selling these between $5 to $8. Sorry, YouTube. Let's do some math here. You're making what? That's like multiple times profit, guys. Multiple times. So imagine you sell, let's say, yesterday there was one guy who was like, I got 20. He's like, what can I get for 20? Boom. You know, I threw him 4 roll-ons, right? It's hard to see with the background, Merciful. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm sorry. You talking about the green screen? I want to take the green screen out. Hold on. No background. How about that? Okay. So, like I was saying, these little roll-ons right here are a game changer, right? When you're posted up. Ryan Labadios, how you doing? Some guy. So we got someone commenting here from YouTube says some guy was at the mall kiosk yesterday selling those same roll-ons for $40 for this for a 1/3 ounce. My question is, and I'm not hating on him. My question is, how many of them did he sell? Someone on my other platform just said there was a guy at the mall at a kiosk selling these for $40. Yep. Was he crushing it? Was he crushing the oils? Was he crushing the game or what? $40. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. As long as he got some of my Jamaican plum, my Egyptian musk, right? Well, Sadiq, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. I'm not mad at him. $40. Because you got to figure, if he had a Creed, or he had a Gucci, or let's say Clive Christian, right? Those fragrances are hundreds of dollars. So you are like giving, you're really offering a good service when you can bring those duplicates to the market and offer people different options. He showed me YSL and some Creed ones. Now, my question is, okay, what were they imports, though, or were they regular old domestics? Because I understand imports. So this is, Ryla, so this is the 12 ml. Okay, this is a little bit bigger. This is a little bit bigger than the 1/3 ounce. And Garcia, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Alexis, thanks for joining. This is a little bit bigger than the 1/3 ounce. So we're having a little conversation here about the business opportunity of the fragrance body oils, right? Now, my imports, I know what my imports cost. And I actually sell some imports in this size right here for $45. Now, if he was selling an import, I can definitely understand why he would be selling those for $45. Also, if you're talking the mall kiosk, he's going to have to sell for $40 because depending on what state you're in, what state are you in, Ryla? Depending on what state you're in, some of these malls want like $1,000 just on one weekend. That's $4,000 a month. So that means he needs to be clearing. If he eats food and if he has a roof over his head, he needs to be clearing at least 10. He needs to be clearing at least 10 grand a month. Okay, so yeah. So I'm sorry, like if you're in the body oil business and you're at a mall kiosk selling these for $8, you're losing. Unless you got some serious foot traffic. Georgia, oh yeah. Georgia, yeah, they know about the oils down there. They know about the oils in Georgia. Thanks for joining in. So just really quick, I'm going to be running a special here. We got 10% off the entire website, guys. 10% off. that also includes the wholesale section. So if you go to the website, ExtravagantFragrances.com, we're running this special until Monday, next Monday, which it'll be like the end of Ramadan. So we're in the last 10 days of Ramadan, 10% off site-wide, guys. Okay. And again, we have the 1/3 roll-ons. This is we have these in a wholesale. 1/3 roll-ons, game changer, guys, game changer. You know, some people, like I said earlier, your average American doesn't have, they say, more than $500 for an extreme emergency. These, you can, if you're in a busy area, you can easily sell these for multiple times over, guys. Multiple times in a short period of time. Imagine how many hours you work. Let's say if you work a wage, you're working for 25 bucks, 35 bucks an hour, which is not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. If you want to factor in inflation, that's nothing. And you figure if you're seeing a lot of people, you have a lot of foot traffic, and you sell, let's say, 3 or 4 of these, and you made 50 bucks in just 10 minutes. Okay? 10 minutes. Right? Yeah. So it's worth it to, in my opinion, I've been in this business for a while now. I've been in this business for about 15, 16 years. And so that's why I love this business so much. Irene, thank you for joining. Alves, thank you for joining in. We have a special going on ExtravagantFragrances.com. We carry over 200 fragrances on ExtravagantFragrances.com. And if you go to the master list, you'll see all the fragrances I have. And we have a special for the last 10 days of Ramadan. This is 10% off. Coupon code 10% off on ExtravagantFragrances.com, guys. And you get it's a minimum $20 order, but that's the entire website. 10% off the entire website, guys. So tell me, Ryla. So tell me some stories about I like hearing these kind of stories. I'm actually really happy for the guy that he's like making it happen. Here in Pittsburgh, though, they don't know anything about oils. Like the malls. I'm talking about the malls. These guys are clueless about oils. They have no clue what it is. You know, they just don't understand. They don't understand, which is why I think the malls are starting to fail now, because see, the market is always changing. And if you don't know what's hot, if you don't know what is going on, especially in the time that we're in, you want to have low ticket items. These are low ticket items, guys. These are only $8.99 free shipping, right? I ship these nationwide, $8.99 free shipping, well, anywhere in the U.S. The big roll-ons are going for $17.99 free shipping within the United States. Yeah. So, like I was saying, though, these malls, they don't know what's going on in the marketplace. So, you know, a lot of them are complaining, well, you know, you got a bunch of young people coming in, they're stealing things and all. That's because you got fragrances that are, you know, if you got fragrances up there that's like a $200 fragrance, and you know the average American statistically doesn't have more than $500 for an extreme emergency, why would you have such high ticket items there? You say you thought about supporting him, but for 40, I could buy a quarter pound and flip that. I hear you on that. Yep. That's what I'm saying. But what was it? Were they just domestic oils or were they imports? Irene Soto, thank you for joining in. We got a special going on ExtravagantFragrances.com. Hold on. ExtravagantFragrances.com, guys. 10% off. Coupon code 10% off for everything off the website. Coupon code 10% off. Ryla, a quick question. So, what's hot right now? I could tell obviously in your name there. It looks like you're in the business of oils. But what's trending? What are people asking for? You said you assumed they were domestic, but he didn't specify. Yeah, I think they were domestic. I think because anybody who's selling a concentrated import, they're gonna let you know this is import. I mean, if I'm selling imports, I'm letting everybody know. Osvaldo, thank you for joining in. Like and share, everybody. We got a website here, extravagantfragrances.com. 10% off for the last 10 days of Ramadan. 10% off. 10% off the entire site, everybody. That also includes wholesale. So if you trying to get ready for Eid, you want to get your wholesale kits together because you're going to be one of the vendors out there, take advantage, guys. Yeah, I would let people know. I would let them know. Listen, if this is imports, I'm going to let them know it's an import. But again, like I said, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. $40. Whoa. You say he was getting flooded, huh? Yeah, I mean, honestly, you really, if he was saying, Jay, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. I appreciate that. Jay says your oils are always great. Thank you for joining in. What was I gonna say? I'm fasting, guys, so excuse me. We're in the last 10 days. I have no food or water in my system right now. I just had a brain fart. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, if you're in the mall, for example, right, and you're selling the oils, then you do want to be kind of like right under what the originals are selling for. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be too high. You don't want to be too low. But that's, to me, that actually is kind of like a sweet spot. I mean, if you factor in the overhead of what he's paying, of what that guy's, did he have a Ryla? Did he have it dressed up in a fancy bottle, or just straight regular roll-ons with, like, let's say a handwritten label? Was it like that? Or was it like, did it have a nice fancy label? Did it come with a velvet bag, anything, gift box, just straight roll-ons? So the big names are still going strong. You've been selling, Riley says she's been selling Bond number 9 and Tom Ford ombre leather. Okay. Any requests? What are some of the big requests going on? We got 5 people joining in. Damien, what's up, brother? Check out the import golden. Oh, by the way, you said golden dust, Damien. Golden dust, golden sand, it's all the same, and it's all domestic, so you know. So if you see like import golden dust on the website, that's not import anymore. I don't carry that anymore. It's the excuse me. It's the golden sand. It's the golden sand. And again, I'm crushing those pounds for $39.95 a pound. I mean, you get the roll-ons, so you know I can definitely send those in the regular roll-ons. But that's a big hitter for me. That's a heavy hitter. It's always kind of risky though. Sometimes you know you get into the body oils and you start carrying some things that you think you can sell, and then you find out later on it's not really a good seller. And then you have some bangers that's just like, oh, this is a really good fragrance. I can move this, and it actually sells, and it sells out. And so that's just kind of how it is. You're going to have some fragrances that sell extremely well and some that don't. Waris Muhammad, walaikum salam. So really quick, I just got to keep, I mean, I love these discussions, but I got to put these specials out. We got 10% off, guys. We're in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Okay, and we have a special going on the website. Coupon code 10% off. That's site-wide, guys. So you get 10% off everything off the website. Minimum order is 10%. I'm sorry. Minimum order is $20. It's a $20 minimum order. Up here, you could tell I didn't eat. $20 minimum order. ExtravagantFragrances.com. I'm closing down TikTok. TikTok is trash. It's like there's like nobody. I mean, either I'm that boring or everybody's celebrating Easter. So I'm turning it off, guys. Actually, I'm gonna switch over, guys. I'm gonna come back shortly because I'm gonna switch cameras here. Okay? Because it's the other camera's just a better camera. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Well, we'll stay on this camera for now. Let's see. I'm still here. Ugh. I'm back. Back again. So yeah, guys, it's 10% off. Everything off the website. Coupon code 10% off. Everything off the website. Ryla, question: when somebody asks, what is body oil? What's the best way you explain it? Okay, that's a really good question, but let me set up because I'm about to go live on the other platform right now, Ryla. I really like these questions. They're very, very stimulating conversations starters. So we're about to go live on the other platform here. Uh-oh, if I could stop my tripod from tilting over. All right. I'm just setting up on the other one, guys. Extravagant Fragrances. What's going on Instagram? This is actually, believe it or not, this is my first live on Instagram. So we're live on Instagram too. So we got a special going on here. Really quick Instagram. 10% off. Site-wide, guys. On everything off of ExtravagantFragrances.com. 10% off. So yeah, we're live. We're waiting for some people to come in. So back to your question, Ryla. Ron Leos, what's up, my man? Yeah. So to answer your question, Ryla, hey Ron, I know you out of oils, man. It's been years. Check me out. 10% off the whole website. 10% off. Minimum order $20. What's up, brother? How's the gym treating you? How's everything over there? We're just here running a special. Last 10 days of Ramadan. And, we're just having some fragrance talk. We got some vendors here that sell the fragrance oils. These right here, yeah. I'm here talking to an old manager, guys. It's my first time on Instagram, Ron, by the way. But you can see, man, we got the oils, man, the fragrances, we got the designers. We're running a special right now on ExtravagantFragrances.com. And that is the website is ExtravagantFragrances.com, Loris. Coupon code 10% off. I'll put it in the comments. Hold on a second. So Ryla, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude here. When someone asks you, what is body oil? I know it just really sounds confusing because when I hear, if I'm like somebody that doesn't know about the fragrances, I'm thinking you're talking a moisturizing oil that you put on your skin and moisturize your skin. So you have to be very specific about what you're talking about. When you tell them body oil, like in this community, which is the body oil community is really kind of like a subculture of mainstream perfume, right? And so for us, we loosely just call it body oils. And we know what we're talking about when we say body oils. But for the average consumer, they don't know what body oils are. So you have to tell them body oils are it's non-alcoholic perfume. Period. If I was cold selling someone, the first thing that I would say is I got like yesterday, I was selling these. I was selling the oils here right here. Locally. I was telling people, hey, I got oils, I got perfumes for only $5. Boom. That's the opener right there. Nowadays, people don't want to walk into a place and you don't have prices listed. People don't want to know that you have a product, but you don't have a price for it. Because that I believe right now with the kind of economy that we're in is that people are very skittish and they're holding tight to their wallets. And if you ask me, if I'm that type of person that's like I got my last few bucks and you got a product to sell but you can't tell me the price, then automatically I'm thinking this dude got a high ticket item and is about to just wipe me out here. So I always come with like yesterday and boom, we got the 1/3 roll-ons for $5. Locally, they're easier to sell for $5. In another state like you're at Ryla, Georgia, you're selling the same roll-ons. You see it. They're selling the same roll-ons for $40. These are for $40. Check this out, Ron. Someone in Georgia said at the kiosk they were selling these all day long for $40. I wholesale these for $1.74, free shipping. If you're getting 144 bottles, you can mix it up. 1/3 roll-ons. That's multiple times over profit, right? So that's why I start with perfume, because that's what it is. I start with I got perfumes for sale, and they're the roll-ons. And then once you catch their attention, once you grab their attention, it's like, let me explain. These are non-alcoholic fragrances. We call them by different names. We call them fragrance oils. We call them body oils. We call them perfume oils, right? It's all the same. Or you could say non-alcoholic perfumes, right? So yeah, man. How's you still at the same? Hey, Ron, you still at the same club? It's good seeing you, man. I miss all you guys out there. I miss all those tacos, bro. I be seeing you eating, man. You love to eat. I'm in Ramadan right now, so I'm I gotta wait until the sun goes down. But the wifey hooked it up with the burgers last night. So again, I'm just gonna put this out because we got new viewers coming in. If you're new here in Extravagant Fragrances, we have a special going on. ExtravagantFragrances.com. If you go there, we have a special of 10% off the entire website. ExtravagantFragrances.com. 10% off the entire website, guys. Coupon code 10% off. 10% off. That also includes wholesale. This special is going to be going all the way until next Monday, which should be the end of Ramadan. So I'm just putting it out there. And if you're thinking about getting into the business, this would be a very good time to get into it and utilize that coupon code. $250 minus 10%. What is that? Do the math. These are already $1.74 a bottle, guys. So, you still there, Ron? Did I lose you? Any questions, anybody? So does that answer your question, Ryla? I hope it does. What's the temperature, guys, where you guys are at? Okay, good, Ryla. Good, good, good. Here's another thing I wanted to point out. Listen, when you're selling oils, right? First of all, oils is a real easy sell. It's probably the easiest sell I ever made. It's the easiest close. Like, all Ron knows, okay? This is my old general manager when I used to work in the gym business. We like to call this the ownership close. Okay? The ownership close is when you have a roll on, right? So I'm gonna sit this tripod down for a little bit. You got a roll on or you got the dipstick, right? You first of all, I would. There's two ways you can do this. You can let's say if you're a street vendor, or if you're a passerby just in public, walking around people, right? Or if you are, let's say, uh, in some kind of setting where you're dealing with people all day long, you're seeing new faces all day long, right? Uh, you could say, hey, you know, you let them know, hey, I'm. First of all, if you're wearing the fragrance, they're gonna ask like, you want to be wearing your best stuff. They're gonna ask, that smells really good. What is that? I love when I hear those words, okay? Because then it gives me an opportunity to open up, and I say I'm wearing uh X whatever perfume. Check it out. I pull it out. I have it on me. Check it out. Just put your wrist out. Boom. Just a dot, right? I put it on them and just watch them go crazy. And then after that, when you put it on them, that's the ownership close. That means that's the equivalent of them going to a car dealership and getting in that favorite car that they came there to test drive. That's the test drive. The test drive is the swipe of the roll-on or the swipe of the stick. And that's it. And once it's on them, the next best words I like to hear is how much? How much is it? Some other words I love to hear is I need that. I love those words. That is music to my ears. When I hear I need that, I'm already on it. It's done. It's a close. It's closed. Right? The other words I like to hear the most is I need that in my life. When they say I need that in my life, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. So it's an easy sell. Monica, how are you? It's good to see you here again. So yeah, I'm doing very well and happy Ramadan. Thank you so much. So Instagram is Extravagant Fragrances, same as YouTube. But hold on, we're gonna answer some questions here. So Ryla says, I've got some old oils that have been sitting and kind of lost their luster. You normally just toss them. Would you recycle the bottle? I think they're lost. I think they've lost their smell. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, Ryla. One thing I will tell you is I don't waste anything. So I have a tub or a jug. It's called Fusion, and in that jug, all the samples that companies send me, all the distributors who send me samples, and it might be a fragrance that I know I'm like not into or I'm not going to buy it. I'll pick out what I'm going to buy wholesale, and the rest they will go into this jug, and that is called Fusion. and it's just a mix of everything. Fusion is a mix. I guess you could say it's kind of like a McCulloch, right? That's a mix of everything. Everything that, let's say, even if it's an oil that you could still smell some of the fragrance, but it's lost its luster, it's going in fusion, right? I got so many different fragrances that I'm like, okay, these bottles are just taking space now, and some of them are samples that I know I'm not gonna order, and so they will go into the fusion jug, and it will be made into an incense oil, and just that particular incense oil, right? So fusion is a mix of everything. I probably have like 100 different, you know, fragrances in that jug. So yeah, nothing goes to waste here. Nothing goes to waste. My Egyptian musk, I have probably some of the best Egyptian musk. And what happens is, because I got it made extremely thick, what happens is it begins to crystallize, and some you see like some crystallization kind of end up down at the bottom of the jug. And so instead of throwing that stuff away, that also goes into another drum where I make the incense sticks, and that crystallized Egyptian musk is used to make uh, my Egyptian musk incense oil. So, like I said, nothing goes to waste. But I do have to warm it up, and once I warm it up and get it liquefied again, it'll go straight into a mix of DPG for incense making. And that's how I deal with that. But yeah, if you got some fragrances that kind of lost their luster a little bit, again, like I said, you can mix them up with other, let's say, stronger fragrances that's going to mask that, and make it into an incense oil instead of wasting what you spent money on. I find that fragrances that are like melony, like cucumber like fragrances, lately have began losing their luster. Also, you gotta watch jasmine, because jasmine will lose its luster as well. So yeah, that's that. But and also your question on the bottle, you also said, would you recycle the bottle? The bottle, if it's glass, is it in like a 1 pound bottle? Is it like in something like this? If it's that, yeah, heck yeah. And one way, yeah, I'll never throw those away. If it's a glass bottle. But one of the things that I do is, if you have an old bottle that you're trying to recycle, you can run it under some hot water, put the cap on it, shake it up, and rinse it out, right? And just because what will happen is, that hot water will kind of heat up the oil that's in there and make it easy to get out. And I'll just keep filling it up and rinsing it out until all the fragrance smell is gone. And if you got to put a little bit of dish detergent in there, the dish detergent will cut it down, if you want to reuse that glass bottle. But yeah, the best bottles for me to reuse that I like reusing are the glass bottles. If it's plastic, you might have like some residual fragrance in the plastic bottle. Those I think might be a little harder to rinse, but I think you can do it. You just might have a little bit of residual still left in those, but glass is like the easiest one to clean out. So, but anyways, yeah. Yeah, Scented its Obsession said alcohol will also help clean and dry faster too. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, it's just if you got like let's say a few bottles that you need to clean out, um, you know, you could be spending a lot on alcohol though. You know what I mean? So I find personally, I find the dish detergent to be more economical, but yeah, definitely alcohol will just clean everything out. Ryla, yep, absolutely, no problem. You're welcome. But anyways, I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting brain farts here, and I think I'm gonna end these live streams, guys. We have again. I'm gonna put the special back out there. If you're looking at checking out the website, guys, it is coupon code 10% off. 10% off. Okay. Minimum $20 order. 10% off. Coupon code. You get 10% off the everything off the website until the end of Ramadan on ExtravagantFragrances.com. ExtravagantFragrances.com. Check it out, guys. And this special is ending on next Monday. So I believe that's the end of Ramadan. So 10% off. Coupon code 10% off. So take advantage, guys. And I wish I could stay a little longer, but you know, my energy is a little limited here with the Ramadan. So yeah, I'm gonna be ending this live stream, guys. Take care.